What's up, everybody? Let's Talk Jets Radio. Hope you guys are all doing well. It is officially after midnight, so it is now football season. I just wanted to thank everybody that's been tuning in, listening to these videos, calling in Tuesday nights, and interacting with us. I know that me and Tyson have been unbearable to listen to sometimes, just with all the craziness going on with the injury reports and being in a rebuild year and everything else. We try to keep an optimistic outlook when we can, but this offseason has definitely been a challenge. So again, thank you guys for just kind of sticking with us. And some positive news today, and we'll start with the injury report. Michael Perriman, he was the only guy that did not participate today. And you look at the IR, you had Jeff Smith, Vincent Smith, Zuninga, Cameron Clark, and Patrick Owasu, as well as Bryce Hall on the non-football injury list. But you got Rashad Perriman, full go today, Pierre Desir, full go, as well as Denzel Mims. So those are the three big names that we've kind of been monitoring that haven't really practiced a whole lot, and it looks like they're going to be ready for week one. So you give credit where it's due. We've ripped Gase and the training staff to shreds over the last few weeks. So the fact that you're getting healthy at the right time, that's a positive. It shows that they managed, some of these injuries the right way. They didn't let them linger and become long-term injuries where guys were missing significant time in the regular season. So again, credit where it's due. Hopefully we're getting healthy at the right time, and these guys will be able to, stay healthy for the remainder of the season. You also look at the captains that were announced today, which is kind of interesting. You had George Fant and Sam Darnold on the offensive side of the ball, Steve McLendon and Marcus Maye on defense, and then Matthias Farley on special teams. And so I guess the one big surprise was kind of, with George Fant. You hear Gase talking about him, how he was kind of a mentor to Becton, which is, a huge positive. You like hearing that. But a lot of fans were looking at Le'Veon Bell saying, what the hell, where was Bell? And I kind of get both sides of it, from the fan perspective. Bell's been everything that we've wanted him to be as a New York Jet. He's represented himself the right way. And I think within that locker room, he's well respected. But from Gase's standpoint, there's been a couple times now where he's kind of, throwing some jabs out there in the media, definitely on social media, a week or two ago with the whole hamstring injury thing. So I guess I can understand why Gase would be a little bit apprehensive putting the C on Bell's jersey. But within that locker room, I don't think there's any question that Bell is one of the undisputed leaders on this team. I don't think he needs the C on his jersey to have that leadership role. So I think that's kind of a non-story, although you would have liked to have seen Bell get rewarded for how he's represented himself being a New York Jet so far. So the only other thing I guess I wanted to touch on is that, when you look at the injury report, which, again, is positive heading into week one, it still kind of sucks that you have three rookies that for a fact aren't going to contribute with, Bryce Hall, who's on the non-football injury list, and then Zuninga and Clark, who are on IR, and then Perriman, who, has the lower ankle injury, didn't practice. So that's 4 of your 9 draft picks that are not going to contribute week one. You have James Morgan, who we're not expecting really anything out of, and if we do need him out there, we're in big trouble as it is. And then, one of your other picks was a punter who, hopefully he'll, Braden Mann, he'll be great. But, that's 6 of your 9 picks that aren't really going to be doing a whole lot for you. Yes, maybe Mann, helps, flip the field here and there and, things like that with special teams. But, you're really putting a lot on Becton, on Mims getting healthy, and Ashton Davis filling the role of, Jamal Adams. And even Ashton Davis right now on the depth chart, he's listed behind Bradley McDougald. So, yes, we might see some 3 safety packages and things like that to get him in there. But, you want to see a lot from these rookies, especially like you want the mid to late round picks to really step up. That's where we thought, Joe Douglas was going to, really separate himself from a lot of the past GMs that we've had, and really start to find some diamonds in the rough. So again, it's only week one. Not going to go crazy about some guys that aren't out there yet. It's a long-term kind of rebuild here. We want to see some of these pieces get healthy and ultimately contribute by the end of the year and give us some hope going into the future. So I'm not going to go crazy right now, but definitely a little bit deflating heading into week one that you got some rookies that aren't going to be out there, but definitely a huge boost getting Perriman back, getting Mims back, and getting Desir back. Those are 3 guys that we're definitely going to need to have a big role this season if we want to compete. So talk to you guys soon, and go Jets.